fulfilling your basic needs. But you're not rich. And in a lot of cases, your parents can't afford to go to the games that you play in. They can't afford to fly in or drive in or that kind of thing. They just don't have it. You get a single mom, you grew up in the city, she doesn't have a car, and you go to school 3 hours away, and, she doesn't have a lot of money. She can't make it to watch you play. And if a booster were to give you $500 and mom or dad could come watch you play at home or on the road, you're not taking that?
Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street light people.
Okay, so what we're talking about today is today's cancer in college football and college athletics. I'm listening to the Eric Casillas show on my way to work Saturday morning, and I gotta agree with this guy. What we're talking about today is something that is very prevalent on every college campus throughout America. Well, not every college campus, but every college campus where there are high-profile athletes with a better than average chance of an athlete making it in the pro industry once he leaves his respective university. Florida's feeling this, Alabama's feeling this, South Carolina's feeling this, Georgia's feeling this, and I'm sure, although it's not been brought to light as of yet, I'm sure there are some athletes at the University of Tennessee who have done the very same thing. I'm talking about the old $100 handshake. Now, nowadays, the $100 handshake would probably get laughed at. Nowadays, it's probably more along the line of the $1,000 handshake or the, whatever. But I'm talking about boosters who give these high-profile athletes money. I'm talking about sports agents who prey on these kids. And I know a lot of you are going to say, well, they know better. You just got to say no. Well, okay, imagine yourself growing up in the mean streets of wherever, Flint, Michigan, Mobile, Alabama, Harlem, hell, I don't know, any town USA where urban life is a mother huncher, and your only chance of getting out of there is athletics. And again, don't get me wrong, guys, I'm not making excuses for these kids for taking this money. It's wrong simply based on NCAA rules. Now, it's not illegal. It's perfectly legal for a high-end booster or an agent to walk up to Reggie Bush, the cat from South Carolina or Georgia, or the big defensive lineman from Alabama, I believe it is, Darius, whatever his name is. It's perfectly legal for me, if I had the money, to walk up to Chris Walker at UT and shake his hand and slip him a couple of grand, and say, hey man, great game. How do we expect these kids who grow up with nothing to turn that down? Now, yeah, I know they're getting a free ride. I know they don't want for a meal. They don't want for anything while they're at college, and should they keep their nose clean, no pun intended, when they move on to the next level, they and their families as well are going to be taken care of for life. But you ask yourself this question. As a 18, 19, 20, 21, 22-year-old kid, somebody hands you $1,000, pats you on the back and says, great job, great game today, way to score that 4th touchdown today, keep it up next week, fill you full of pride, full of joy and elation and subsequently full of money, you're not going to turn that down. Most of us are not going to turn that down. Well, now the old NCAA is showing up at every university, knocking on the door saying, hey, I heard old Billy Bob just took $1,000 from a booster. I heard old Denarius just took a handout from an agent. What's your thoughts on this, guys? Nick Saban called these people pimps. They're leeches. There are people whose job is to do nothing but prey on these kids with cash. Somewhere down the road, if it hasn't happened already, it's going to cost some university a shot at a conference title or even a national title. And in a more extreme instance, Reggie Bush, it cost him his Heisman Trophy. Bill for Balls, A.K. Brown, Law Tide, Rondo, Balls Bills Magic, Bama Tony, all you guys, man. Bama Ty, Herschel, everybody, make a video response about this. We're just a little over a month away from the kickoff to college football, and here we are having all these investigations. What's your thoughts, guys? I'm curious. Let me know.
Somebody help me out here, please. What's up with this new art of sign juggling?
You guys know what I'm talking about? Like the Little Caesars guy. There's a McDonald's dude back here. I don't know if you can... Nah, you probably can't see him. If you look back in the distance there, I don't know, you may be able to see him. He's a young kid, surely a teenager, twirling his little McDonald's sign. Is this some new crazed art form? Is this some new skill that kids need to be learning in order to get a job at a fast food restaurant? Sign juggling?